Okay, so let's get into it. If you've been paying any attention to new AI models lately, you've probably seen this funny little term popping up in their architecture diagrams. I'm talking about models like Llama or Mixtral. The term is SwiGLU, and it made me stop and think, what on earth is that, and why is it suddenly everywhere?
Right? You're not alone. You see it there, tucked away in the specs, and you're not sure if it's some super complex concept or is something surprisingly simple. Well, it turns out it's kind of both, and the story behind it is actually pretty cool. So, you know me, I had to find out. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole, and it led me straight to this amazing and honestly really short paper from 2020. This is the origin story. This is the paper that unlocks the secret of why this one tiny change is having such a massive impact on modern transformers.
So let's treat this like a little mystery. We have our clue, SwiGLU, and we know it's supposed to be an improvement. But an improvement on what exactly? To figure that out, we've got to pop the hood and look inside the machine.
Because, before we can really appreciate how clever the solution is, we have to get a handle on the original design it's replacing. So, hang on, let's back up just one step and talk about a core piece of the standard transformer architecture.
Let's call this piece the engine room of the transformer. You know the famous attention mechanism, right? The part that figures out which words are important to other words? Well, after attention does its thing, all that information gets sent to this engine room for some heavy-duty processing.
Okay, so the technical name for this engine room is the Feed Forward Network, or FFN. Just think of it like this. For every single word in your sentence, the FFN takes what the attention layer learned and just thinks about it a little harder. It processes it, getting it ready for the next stage.
Now, for years, the standard way to build this FFN has been super straightforward. It uses two weight matrices, which are basically just two sets of instructions the model learns, and in between those it applies a simple nonlinear function like ReLU, which helps the model make decisions. This has been the standard for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. It's a filter, or a processor. It takes this messy blob of information about a word and its context, and it refines it, deciding what's important enough to pass along. The key thing to remember here is 2 steps, 2 matrices. That's it.
And this is where the paper just drops this game-changing idea. What if instead of just pushing information through a simple filter, you could add a gate to intelligently control the flow?
This idea is called a gated linear unit, or GLU. I mean, the name pretty much says it all. It creates a gate. And this isn't just an on or off switch. It's more like a volume knob or a dimmer switch. The whole idea is that some information is more important than other information, so having a special mechanism to turn things up or down depending on the context, well, that could be really powerful.
And this slide, this is the whole aha moment right here. On the left, you've got the standard FFN, 2 weight matrices, 1 single path for the information. But look at the right. The GLU variant adds a 3rd weight matrix. This extra matrix is what creates the gate. It's a whole separate path whose only job is to control the main flow of information. It's just a much smarter design.
Okay, but you're probably thinking, hold on, adding a whole new matrix, doesn't that make the model bigger and slower? And here's the absolute genius of it. The paper proposes a trade-off. To add that 3rd matrix for the gate, you just make the hidden layer smaller. By shrinking them by a factor of 2/3, you end up with almost exactly the same number of parameters. You get the awesome new gate without the cost. It's so elegant.
All right, so the theory is beautiful, but does it actually work any better? Well, the paper puts this to the test in what I'm just going to call a performance bake-off. Let's see who wins. So in one corner, we have the reigning champs, the standard FFNs using ReLU and another function called GLU. And in the other corner, we have a whole family of these new GLU challengers. We're talking GGLU, ReGLU, and of course, the now famous SwiGLU. The stage is set. Who's going to come out on top?
And boom, the results are in. This table shows perplexity. Just think of it as a score for how surprised the model is. Lower is better, so the baseline, FNFN ReLU, is at 1.677. Now look at GEGLU and SwiGLU. They are significantly lower. It's a clear win. This gated approach is just flat out better at understanding language.
And this chart just drives the point home. This is a big, important benchmark for language understanding. The baseline model scores about an 80. The winning GLU variant, over 84. That is a huge jump in performance, and it all comes from just changing how this one little layer works. Amazing.
So the evidence is overwhelming.
GLU variants work, and they work really, really well. But why? What's the deep, fundamental reason this is so much better? Well, this brings me to my absolute favorite part of the entire paper. I just love this. After all the data, all the rigorous experiments, the author ends with this incredibly humble and funny line. It's such a great reminder that in deep learning, sometimes we find things that work beautifully, even if we can't perfectly explain the why yet. It's discovery at its finest.
Okay, so we've been all the way down the rabbit hole and back. What are the key things you need to remember next time you see SwiGLU on a model card? I've boiled it down to 3 simple steps for you.
Okay, step 1. The old feed-forward network was a simple 2-step filter. Step 2. The big idea with GLU is adding a third matrix that acts as an intelligent gate, controlling the flow of information. And step 3. The payoff. This smarter design gives us way better performance for free. No extra cost, no extra size. And that is why it's become the new standard.
Now, this explainer is just for reference. The original paper is a fantastic short read. I highly recommend it. Please take this further. I'm genuinely excited to see what you discover.
Let me know in the comments what other topics you'd like covered, leave a rating, and of course, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time.